Hi everyone, Pastor Nathan here, and First United Methodist Church of Marysville is reopening this weekend. You may already know that. I just want to help you to know what to expect. So the 9 o'clock traditional service, the 10:30 contemporary service are opening up and in their respective places of worship. But if you're not ready to come back yet, please know that's totally fine. Like a whole lot of our folks, you may be thinking, no, I'm just not ready to come back yet. I'm not sure that for me that's the right thing. That's great. We will have the 9 o'clock service and a 10:30 service available online broadcast from the worship spaces at those times. Now let's say you come in this entrance. Well, you may realize in the Family Life entrance we've been collecting food, giving that to the Hope Center and the food pantry, and so if you wanted to drop off things there, that's great. If you're coming in one of the other entrances, we just want to make sure that you know that we'll have 4 entrances open. The security team has been working with our leadership team to decide which entrances needed to be opened, and then all the rest will be shut down. They'll be closed from the outside. You can always go from inside to outside. You can exit any of the entryways, but for just kind of the safety of our kids and everybody else, we're going to make sure that some of them are closed. Now, you may walk by, some of our water fountains, and you're like, what is going on? What did the water fountains ever do to deserve that? Well, the regulations, and you may have noticed in other stores, have said that we need to keep those just kind of blocked off from people for this time. We have a lot of things that in this time are going to be a little different, like the cafe. I love the cafe back there, and the food and the drinks are fantastic, but in this time we just can't have that kind of thing where you can share it and so forth. We'll be brainstorming, trying to figure out when can we bring it back and in what way. Here's an entranceway that you can get out, but you couldn't get in that way. It's just not one of our main ones that we're going to keep open. Let's say that you're walking up here and you may get to these doors and realize, wait, there's a greeter and they have a mask on. Well, let's talk about masks for a second. So I'm going to be wearing a mask. All of our staff that are here will be wearing masks. The main greeters and people kind of leading on Sunday will have masks on. We recommend masks, but we're not going to enforce that. So if you're not wearing a mask, we're not kicking you out or anything like that. If you come in though and you want a mask, we will have masks available, and some of them are handmade by some of our quilters. Some of our quilters made masks that are beautiful, and I have one as well that is the coolest thing. It's kind of camouflage, so when I want to wear a mask and be hidden, this is the one I pull out. So ladies, thanks for helping to make those. All right, so here we are in the worship space. I'll be preaching from up there on the beautiful marble steps. And so that'll be a nice distance away from folks down here. And when we have a soloist or a duet or something like that, they'll be up there and have a nice distance from the people in the pew. Now, as we look at the pews, you're like, well, wait a second, what's going on, with the is this electrified? Is that? No, it's not. And you can probably anticipate, we're trying to make sure that there is 6 feet of distance between you and the person in front of you and the person behind you. And so we've got these little beautiful ropes here. And if you think about how would we sit in here, well, we're going to make sure that there's about 6 feet between you and the next person that's not in your family or in your household. So if you think about that, in a normal pew, you might have 3 individual people with 6 feet in between each one, or you might have somebody, one person or a couple down at the other end, and then here you may have a family of 4, but there would be a nice 6-foot distance in between. We're just trying to be smart. We really appreciate your help with all of that. And as I said, if you see the greeters with masks and stuff, I know it's a little different, but as you start going to stores and restaurants that do that, I think we're all kind of getting used to it. I'll have a mask on until I get up front, and then I'll have to take it off because you've got to be able to see me. I don't want you thinking I'm sticking my tongue out at you or something. So no, it'll be great. We'll connect together. So we'll have masks. We'll have hand sanitization, kind of things. And then also in the pews, you notice we don't have the hymnals. You're like, what's going on with that? Well, we're just trying to make sure that we don't have things that are going to be handled and passed around and that kind of thing. And so just making it nice. The worship service will be just a little bit shorter. We don't have children's programming in this time. And so the kids are invited to stay in the worship service. I'll speak directly to them at times, and we'll try to make it as kid-friendly as we can. And it'll also keep that preacher from preaching too long, so that'll be great. So let's say you're coming to the contemporary service, and you're coming in, kind of greeting everybody. Again, no nursery, no childcare yet. We'll do that as soon as we can, but a lot of regulations on that right now. So we invite you to go ahead and come together as a family. Invite you to sit together as a family. It would be absolutely beautiful, to be able to worship together. The restrooms are marked off, so that we've got 6 feet from kind of person to person inside the restroom. If you need to wait, whether this restroom or the one downstairs or the one upstairs, just simply kind of hang out in the hall, kind of keeping your distance, and you could nod at people. People will just think you're being friendly, all right? So when we come into the Family Life Center, remember, greeters will have masks on, and but still helping you to find seats. We have lots and lots of seats set up. Now you're like, whoa, are we gonna have that many people sitting all there together? Well, no, you know the routine now. If you've got somebody sitting, let's say right here, then we're gonna ask that you go 1, 2, 3 seats away from the person that's not in your household. But if everybody was from the same household, you could sit right there all together. But if the next person is not from your household, then we would put 3 seats, and then you would have another person. So people have said, well, how many people can we sit in here? Well, it depends on how many people are in by themselves, how many are in 2s or 3s, or if you've got 8 kids in your family and you're all sitting together, whatever. All right, so John's been running around getting stuff set up, and we're trying to do the best we can to be able to make it the most powerful worship experience we can have in both worship settings. So thanks so much. I look forward to seeing you here real soon. And don't forget, we'll be inside for a couple of weeks, and then July 12th, we'll be outside in the Marysville Pavilion. And then as long as the installation of the electricity goes well, we'll be back indoors for all the rest of the weeks going forward. You'll also see other things, other little improvements going on, including the painting in here, the lighting down in the sanctuary, and some other sound improvements and some online improvements. It's just going to get better and better each week. So we love you a lot. I'll see you soon, one way or another. Know that you're loved by God very, very greatly, and we'll worship together no matter what.